Hi everyone, today I'm in beautiful Lake Louise, Alberta, and stay tuned because when I'm finished my hike, I'll be leading you through a sequence specifically designed to lengthen, stretch, and strengthen your back. After hiking in Lake Louise, I'm ready to stretch and strengthen my back in Vancouver. So this is a quick follow-along sequence that you can either do on its own or pair with one of my other sequences for a longer practice. So let's get started. We're going to start this sequence with a forward fold. So come to the top of your mat, bring your feet hip distance apart. Now ground down through your feet, firm up your thighs, roll your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to lift all the way up. Exhale to fold forward, bending your knees whenever you need to. Now for this forward fold to release our spines, grasping your toes with your peace fingers. You're gonna inhale, flat spine, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, fold forward. Now you should be feeling a stretch in the back of your legs and also through the top of your back. So this is designed to just make sure your spine completely releases before we move into the other poses. Breathe deeply here, inhaling to lift your hips up a little bit higher, exhaling to fold forward. Repeating that, inhale to lift your hips, exhale, folding forward. Really letting your head go to feel your spine release. 2 more breaths here, inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And then plant your hands on the mat. Step back into a high plank. Lower your knees down and gently walk your hands back until your wrists are directly under your shoulders. Knees are directly under your hips. We're going to warm up the spine with some cat-cows. Inhale, open your chest. Look up, hips up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, opening your chest, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, rounding, creating a lot of movement in your spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhaling, rounding out, really tucking that tailbone, sucking your belly button towards your spine. 1 more, inhale. Exhale to round. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we're gonna do a twist here. So planting your left hand on the mat, inhale your right arm all the way up, opening up your chest. Exhale, sweep that hand underneath and through, bringing your shoulder and the side of your head onto the mat. And breathe deeply here as you let your spine twist. If you want to move this pose a little deeper, you can inhale your top arm all the way up to the sky, twisting your spine a little bit more. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, just bring that hand back down and stay in the first part of the pose. Both are giving you the same benefits. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come all the way back through. So start to untwist your spine, lift that right arm all the way back up to the sky, looking up, and then place it down on the mat. We'll move to the other side. Inhale your left arm up, open up your chest, exhale, thread it through, bring your shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. Breathe deeply. Really concentrating on twisting all the way through the spine, creating lots of movement in your back. And again, you can feel free to inhale that top arm all the way up, or you can just keep it planted down on the mat, providing some additional support for your head and neck. 1 more deep breath here. Inhale, bring that arm all the way back up to the sky, stretching it out, and then release it down onto the mat. Now we're gonna move down to do a few more poses. So come back into your high plank and gently lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders, and we'll come up, inhale, into Cobra pose. If you feel any pain in your lower back, just lower down a little bit until you're feeling a good stretch opposed to a painful sensation. Inhale. And one more. And then exhale all the way back down onto the mat. And we're gonna come into another variation called Sphinx. So inhale, bringing your elbows onto the mat, your arms lay parallel in front of you. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Make sure your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings are all nice and loose here. And just concentrate on opening up your chest, slightly pulling yourself forward, creating a little bit of traction. And feel free to release your neck here. You don't have to be straining it, looking up at the sky. This is about our back, so we don't want to create tension in any other part of our body. One last breath. Now exhale, come down all the way onto the mat. We'll move into two variations of locust. So for your first one, toes are on the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back at your low spine, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift your upper body up, creating as much length as you can here. It doesn't matter how high you come up off the mat, just worried about creating length in your spine, letting your head hang. Lift up one more time, inhale, exhale, release. Coming into full locust, bring your hands out slightly away from your body. Set up the same way, so shoulders are down away from your ears, and on our inhale, we'll lift everything up off the mat, creating as much length as you can all the way from your toes to the crown of your head. Don't worry about the height here, it's all about length. Inhale, lift up. One more, inhale, up, up, up. Exhale, release. And we'll move right into bow pose, bending our knees and finding the outsides of your feet. And make sure here that you're keeping your ankles, knees, hips all in line, like two wheels in one base. Same thing to set up, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, kick into your hands as hard as you can to create that bow shape throughout your spine, letting your neck hang heavy. Don't want to create tension here. Kick on each breath. Inhale, lift up, 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 and release back down onto the mat. We're gonna do a nice counter stretch for the spine here, so place your hands back on the mat. Inhale into puppy stretch. So leave your hips nice and high here and come right down onto the mat with your upper body. Letting everything release. One more breath. And then coming into our final pose, child's pose. Bring your knees together and slowly let your upper body completely collapse over your legs. Arms come alongside your body, palms face up, and just tuck your head in. And this is giving a great rounding in your spine. So we did some back bending, and now we're just gonna fold that spine over our body, creating a great counter stretch and release in your low back. Hold this for as long as you'd like, breathing deeply throughout. And when you're ready to finish, just slowly curl your spine up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up to the top, bringing your hands to your heart, closing your eyes, taking one deep breath. Namaste. If you have any questions about this sequence, please leave them in the comment section below, and feel free to leave video requests as well, and I'll see you next time from Victoria, BC.